Master's fully in Alabama from Troy, Alabama. She graduated from Lancashire Academy with honors in 1997. Dr. Blackman entered Troy University on a full academic scholarship and earned a bachelor's degree, arts degree, and magna cum laude in 2001. In 2008, she received a doctorate of medicine at the University of Alabama School in Medicine in 2008. After completing her internal medicine residency at Emory University in Atlanta, Dr. Blackman performed her fellowship in hematology and oncology at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Dr. Joanna Talon Blackman recently joined the Southeast Alabama Medical Center, staffing as a physician at Delta Hematology and Oncology.
Thank you for the introduction, Jalen. My current friend and former nemesis. I am so honored to be asked to come back to the academy that nurtured me and educated me and offered me the opportunity to achieve my dreams and my goals. And I am promising you that I am not going to talk to you a long time this morning. Before I wore this white coat, I put on my outfits of navy blue every day and came here as a teacher. So I know your education and experience and that your memory and attention span is very, very short. So I am going to keep this very, very brief, okay? I promise you. And I'll try to keep it entertaining, okay? But I am very grateful to come here today as one of the alumni of this academy, as part of the first graduating class, and to be asked to talk to you in such an important program. Before we move forward, you know, parents, just give your kids a hand. They did such a great job. I'm so moved and so touched by the dance that we just witnessed, by all the participation, by the memorization, by the emotion that you emitted this morning. You did such a wonderful job.
Amen.
So if you're asking yourself, why did they ask Dr. Blackman to come talk to you this morning? It's because I have a little experience sitting where you are sitting today. I came to New Life Christian Academy every day, and I had a dream just like you have some dreams. This school started in the home of my parents because my mother had a dream. She had a dream that her children could achieve great things. It is very hard in this current climate to forget that you are brown. And it's very hard to not hear a lot of noise and a lot of people telling you what you cannot do. And I was blessed to have parents who only told me I could do. And my mother took me to a little bedroom in our house in a desk that my daddy found at the dump. And they sat me down every day and they asked me, Joanna, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was one of those kids that was very sick. Now, I know you guys are healthy, but I wasn't healthy. I had epilepsy. You ever heard that word before? No, I see a lot of heads shaking. So I had, see a head nodding, yeah. So I had seizures and I had to go to the doctor all the time. Who likes to go to the doctor? Me. Yeah. So who doesn't like going to the doctor? More hands. All right. That's the honest truth. So I went to the doctor a lot because I was sick. But I loved going to the doctor. To me, doctors were heroes, like Iron Man and Superman, because they gave me medicine and they made me feel better. And when I was your age, all I wanted to be was like the doctor that took care of me. But guess what? That doctor didn't look like me. That doctor was a very sweet lady, but she was a white lady. And I didn't have a doctor that looked like me. And I didn't know a doctor that looked like me. And I didn't know if I could be a doctor. And I remember being your age and telling my mom and dad, well, I want to be a doctor. And guess what my mama and daddy told me? You can do that. And I believed them. So So I had a job. Guess what my job was? No, not yet. I was in school, so guess what my job was? Study. Study really hard and to get good grades. Who's getting good grades here at New Life Christian Academy? All right. I can verify that, your teachers are sitting in here. So I got straight A's because I knew I needed good grades to go to school to be a doctor. And so I graduated from this school before some of you were even born. And when I graduated, I went to college, and my goal was I was going to go to medical school. And guess what happened? I didn't get in. Sometimes that happens, right? Even though you have a plan, things don't go the way you expect them to go. So I worked hard, I applied, and I got a letter that said, thanks for playing, better luck next time. And guess what I could have done then? I could have quit. Because when you face adversity, it's very easy to stop. All those black people you talked about today, do you think it was easy to do the things that they did in history? Back when they did them? No. Do you think it's easy to achieve great things? No. No. That's right, no. But I'm here today to tell you not to quit. Not to quit. Okay? The Bible tells you that you can do all things through Christ. There you go. I know you knew Bible verse A. And if you really believe it, if you truly believe it, then you won't give up when things get hard.
That's right.
Okay? I didn't give up. So guess what happened the second time I applied to school? I got in. And guess what I did when I got in? I studied really hard. Yeah, I'll take that answer. And so now I'm in school and I work hard and I graduate from the University of Alabama and I go on to become a doctor. Now, does anybody here know what type of doctor I am, just so you know? No. But cancer doctor. I take care of people who have cancer. And to me, that is a beautiful calling. Because when people have cancer, they're really sick. And I get to give them medicine to hopefully make them better. Sometimes it doesn't. And I get to talk to them about God every day. Isn't that wonderful? That's wonderful. So now that you know about me, I want you to know something else. As part of this graduating class from New Life Christian Academy, the first class, I'm part of this school's history. Right? I'm the first graduate from New Life Christian Academy to go on and become a doctor, but we have some more first. You can be the first one to become an engineer. We need a first architect, a first, what do you want to be? NBA player. We need more history to be written, and you guys are the ones to write it.
That's right.
History is made by those who are living, right? So that's why I'm here today to tell you, you are writing history. So you have to work hard to write your story, okay? So now I have some more information for you. And this is for your parents too. Let's talk about Black history a little bit, current events. state of the Black Union. Things are better than when we were slaves, and we talked about slavery a little bit in this program so far. But I want you to know that currently we are still behind our counterparts in this country. That for those of us who are brown, we are still not living our best lives yet. So there's still work to do. Okay? So I have some numbers, and I know I see your eyes glazing over right now. I'm going to move through this quickly. Okay? But the purpose of this information is so you to know that you don't want to just be lazy. I want you to work really hard. Okay? And I want you to know that your parents are sacrificing for you to come here to get the education that you are getting. So I want you to look at them and say, thanks, Mom and Dad.
Thank you, Mom and Dad. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Papa.
So that slide just tells us that we're not making as much as other people. And part of that reason is that we're still not going to college at the rates of other people. So 80% of people of color are getting their high school diplomas by age 25, but we are still behind at getting college degrees. So who plans to go to college here? Good, I like that plan. So hands down. Who plans to go to school beyond college? I'm going to follow up on that. Look where Alabama falls.
Oh my God!
So in the state of Alabama, we are in that spot that says bottom 10 with going to college. So you have to help our state do better. Okay? And get your college degree. All right? And that goes back to show that there is a big difference between households of people of color and people who don't in this country. So once again, thanks, Mom and Dad.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
But there are some good news. Now, I went into medicine because when I was in college, I learned that people who are brown do not live as long as people who are not. And that really hurt my feelings because I didn't understand why. And there was a lot of interest into the why. And I wanted to be part of the solution. The good news is that's getting better. And you see now, everybody's living into their 70s. And the gap is closing between the disparity, that's a fancy word, that's for your parents, of how long people live. So that's good news. And this next slide is even better. You come to a Christian school because your parents want you to know about God. And so do most people of color. We really want our families to know about Christ. And when asked about it, we all recognize that putting God first is important.
Right.
So I believe that as long as we keep putting God first, our futures will be better in this country. Okay? We all know that to be true. All right. Who's ready to answer some questions for me? All right. So this is the first one. Who is considered to be the father of Black history and the not me, no. And the founder of Negro History Week that became Black History Month? Raise your hand if you know the answer to that. All right, Jaron?
Dr. Martin Luther King?
Nope.
Oh, never mind. Oh, yes.
Booker T. Washington.
Nope.
Dr. Carter G. Woodson.
By default, Dr. Carter G. So this is Dr. Carter G. Woodson. So what I want you to know about Dr. Woodson is that he was the fourth of 7 children, and he worked as a sharecropper. Now, I know you don't know what that is, so you can go home and ask your parents about being a sharecropper. That means you go outside in the fields, and you work out in the sun all day. And he didn't do that to make himself rich. He did that because he had to feed his family. Because when you're the fourth of 7, that's a lot of hungry mouths in the house to feed. He also worked in the mines. But he was really smart. And he didn't get to go to school until he was a teenager. And when he was a teenager, he went to school and finished 4 years of work in 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, really. And then he went to college, and then he went and got a graduate degree at the University of Chicago, and he got a master's there too. And then he wasn't done yet. He went to Harvard and got a PhD.
Wow.